Hello, Mr. Raka, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right now. Good morning, everyone. My name is Nekmen Obasoge. We are streaming live from Toronto, Canada. And today we are here to discuss about the political climate of Nigeria. I have with me in the studio all the way from the northern region of Nigeria, Mr. Uraka. Mr. Uraka, you are welcome to the program today.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good afternoon here.
We got this news that Wike is secretly supporting Bola Tinubu APC.
It's no longer a secret now. The memo that he shared and distributed to all the local government is already out. That of Degema local government.
Mm,
So excuse me. We've seen it, so it's no longer a secret. He's supporting Tinubu, and why he made his choice. Tell them why he made his choice of Tinubu still beats my imagination. A Muslim ticket. For me, who have grown in the north, it's a very dangerous precedent. You see, some of these politicians are not even they are politically myopic. They just look at today. For somebody who claims to be fighting for the interests of the South, the choice of supporting Tinubu clearly indicates that he is just interested in his political career or what he might assume to be a political safe landing for him. But in truth, he's never fighting for the interests of the South. That has always been his cliche. I'm fighting for the interests of the South. That if presidency is for the North, then chairmanship should come from the South. I think he probably must have weighed the possibility of Peter Obi becoming president and Tinubu, and he decided to clink where his political career will be safe, and
mm,
he made the choice.
mm, mm,
I think why? Because they said they will announce in his earlier broadcast. He said they will announce who they are support. He will announce who they are supporting
mm,
by first week of January. That's the G5. Then I think they didn't agree on the candidate, and then Autumn, the governor of Benue State, was the first to go and declare his support for Peter Obi. But Wike, being a coward, I am not saying he doesn't have a choice to choose who he wanted, but being secretive about it means you're not even convinced, means you're not even firm. Means he's not courageous, a coward. What stops you and coming and say we have supported you are all people of Rivers State support Tinubu? Because he knows that if he mentions that the people of Rivers State are not supporting Tinubu, they are supporting Peter Obi, and he will get a backlash. So he better do it secretly. Let me read West. Let me read the communique he sent to different local governments. If he knows, if you know what you are doing is correct, why? Let me read it for you.
Go ahead.
This is the one. This is a communique, but this is one sent to Degema Local Government Council. Internal memo. All appointees of Degema Local Government Council are, by this notice, directed to canvass support and vote massively for the presidential candidate of the APC, Senator Bola Tinubu, for the presidential category, coming up this Saturday, February 25th, 2023. Whereas other National Assembly candidates, senatorial and House of Representatives in the same election remain PDP. You are to collaborate. This is the second paragraph. You are to collaborate with other party leaders and stakeholders in your various wards to implement this directive. The last paragraph reads, kindly note that non-compliance and sabotage will be met with severe consequence. Signed, Honorable Ipalibo Yelowe, Chief of Staff. So this communique is purported to have emanated from the office of Governor Nyesom Wike. Now, the third paragraph clearly is undemocratic, unconstitutional. If indeed such a letter indeed emanated from the office of Governor Nyesom Wike, I think it should be reprimanded. I think Wike is, and to think that Wike was one time my hero, because I felt I saw somebody who stood against the uh, the dictates of the northern caliphate. I thought I finally saw somebody who could actually look at the cabals in the face and say, "No, I'm fighting for my people." But to leap from one demon to another head of the same demon is rubbish, because Tinubu, being the president of Nigeria, has no direct benefit to South. What that government will do is just purely benefit to the
Then,
Yoruba.
Mr. Raka, do you
Hold on,
think
hold
that
on, hold on. Let me drop this point. Supporting Tinubu to become president, the only benefit that a Tinubu presidency will be in Nigeria is just purely the benefit to the Yoruba people. Here is somebody who says that who has identified himself as a non-repentant tribalist. That is the turn of the Yorubas. After the Yorubas have had 8 years as president, 8 years as vice president, and he had the effrontery to indulge in self-entitlement to say that it belongs to Yoruba again. That's arrant nonsense.
Mr. Raka, do you think that Wike was fairly treated by PDP members, especially?
The issue is not him being fairly treated. Whether the issue here is his choice. Yes, he is angry. He was maltreated. He was ill-treated. That's, to me, that's not an issue. The issue is that he had a choice between Peter Obi and Tinubu. So you cannot justify his choosing Tinubu
Mm.
to him being he's being maltreated is justified. It was on that hill he rode on the fact that he's going to support somebody else. So if you are going to support an APC government, remember when Wike won, when the first
You know,
20,
one
hold on,
thing.
2015 election, it was same APC that took army and police to destroy his house, ensure that trying to impose their APC government on him. He fought back, and every of Nigerians was with him to fight this same APC government that made every effort to ensure that he never became governor. Why APC today?
Majority of the politicians in the country believe that Labour Party cannot strive in this upcoming election, so they don't want to waste their
You,
time. They want,
you seem
of course, they
you
want to
seem
secure their position
is
by
that is that
supporting
are you asking a question or you are making a
No,
statement?
I'm just saying what I heard from some of the politicians.
That's why I'm asking you. Are you now weaving it into a question or a statement of corroboration?
Go ahead.
Because the truth is here is that I think over time now, the issue of structure, we've gone past that structure. Somebody has no structure and yet he keeps pulling. Well, Peter B was in Lagos very recently. Did he need any structure to pull the massive crowd that he pulled? Peter B was in Abuja. What structure did he have to put to? He has said that his structure are the people who are coming out to vote. I, for one, have been here. I've been to 21 states. I've been to 21 states. You get me? So he doesn't have structure, but Labour Party has more party agents than all the other states. Remember that ADC, one of the political parties in Nigeria, just collapsed their structure to be with Labour Party. Are you aware?
No.
How many parties collapsed to join PDP or join APC? You see, I like to tell Nigerians that it is time that we moved away or paddle ourselves away from this idea of how things were in the past. Every revolution doesn't thrive on structure. Most revolutions that this is a revolution. You don't need structure to implement a revolution. What you need is a conviction. What is driving the forces and will of people, what is driving the masses? It's a will. People are tired. You don't. A lot of you that live abroad, you don't even know what it takes to live in Nigeria under this evil called PDAPC. You don't know what it is. It's terrible. So for people to start talking about structures, about somebody offended Wike, to me, it's all nonsense. You cannot say you cannot cut off your nose to spite your face. That a fly landed on your nose does not mean you will chop off the nose. Why will you direct us to a Muslim ticket? For what? Under a Muslim Christian ticket, Christians are being persecuted all across Nigeria. Imagine what the fate of Christians would be under a Muslim ticket. Do you know what Do you know what the Christians are going through in the Middle Belt and in the North? You cannot even begin to imagine it. People go to church and you pray that you may not come back home. That's under a Muslim president and a pastor vice president. Imagine, Christians were still not safe. They used the idea that because Osibanjo was a vice president and a pastor, the lives of Christians will be saved. No time in Nigeria has Christians lost their lives as it was in this administration. That's under a Muslim Christian administration. Imagine what it would be under a Muslim administration, and somebody who is alleged to be part of a terrorist group, somebody who came out and said restructuring my put. It's a bomb. I can tell you that if Tinubu is declared winner, I can tell you for sure that the country is gone. I can tell you for sure that there's going to be riots everywhere. See, me that I'm sitting here, I will start the first riot. You cannot subject me, and then people like some of you who are too academically inclined will just wave it aside. Others some undue grandiloquence say where it's an election and the people have chosen. People cannot choose a Muslim ticket. It's not possible. If you are not angry, if you are not scared about the prospect of a Muslim ticket in Nigeria, then something must be terribly wrong in your head. We cannot leave this thing under some grammatical nomenclature and sweep it away under some grandiloquence of trying to show how good we are with grammar. This is pure existential threat, and we need to deal with it squarely.
You know, Wike has his choice. You know, he has the right to choose whatever political party of his choice. So
Absolutely,
yes, he has
absolutely,
chosen.
absolutely, yeah,
And there's
absolutely.
this,
But why?
I
No,
will reiterate, Mr. Oraka, I will reiterate. Majority
reiterate.
of the politicians in Nigeria right now believe that Labour Party no structure. That is the problem.
Let
Some of
me
them
tell you something about it. Wait, hold on.
some of
You
them
keep
are
mentioning
just
this structure.
static. I'm just saying what I heard
Yeah, I
from
want to
them.
mention the structure. Let me ask, like I'm in Plateau, I can speak for Plateau.
As we were saying,
I think I'm
that
back, right?
yes.
Okay.
So we are talking about the
Okay,
structure.
let me tell you, I'm in Plateau State. Labour
Mm.
Party, we just have some small mushroom offices that you call structure. But I can tell you that individuals, there are about almost hundreds of offices for Labour Party here in Plateau State. How many offices do you have in? How many PDP offices do you have here in PDP that have structure? How many offices do they have? We keep thinking in our enslaved mentality that structure has to be one building where people drive to and park their car, and then you walk inside and you meet the chairman of the party or secretary or this that. But I can tell you that in Plateau State alone, we have about almost 150 offices opened by individuals contributing. I keep telling you that the biggest structure that Labour Party has above all the other parties is the will of the people. I don't know. It's like when they say network. So I was telling you that people have resolved. We know, like they know that they don't have these offices and physical structure. When they say structure, a lot of us think it's physical office. But you feel that people are angry. I can tell you that places you least expect Peter Obi to vote to get votes from. Peter Obi is the only one that I'm sure we get votes everywhere. Do you know why Tinubu is so desperate to spend all his life's money to become president? This is somebody who just wants to be president. That's all. And any like your friend, that man that I read his comment. So most of the northerners that are supporting Tinubu, they are not supporting Tinubu because they believe that Tinubu is going to fix the country. They are seeing Tinubu as a pathway to Islamize Nigeria, and that is giving them an erection. That is just what is driving them. If Tinubu is getting popularity in the north, it's simply because he has triggered the very sentiment that is destroying this country: tribalism and religion. These Yoruba supporters are supporting because of the idea that a Yoruba will become president, and a Muslim Yoruba for that matter. If you tell a Yoruba man that Obasanjo has become president, they don't know him. The crime of Obasanjo was a Christian Yoruba. They want the only time it will resonate in their head that yes, a Yoruba has actually ruled these countries if it's a Yoruba Muslim. That's why most Yoruba Muslims are angry behind Tinubu. Even if it's a dead Tinubu, it doesn't matter. They have ruled this country, even if it's for one day. Now, the people who believe that Nigeria must continuously remain in the hands of this Islamic cabal, they see Tinubu as a gift way. I can tell you that if they declare Tinubu as president, there'll be riots here in the Middle Belt. There'll be riots everywhere. Forget the structure thing. We've gone past structure. Tinubu win Benue State. Tinubu will not win Benue State. And the reason why he will lose Benue State is because of this. It's because of this. It's because of this same thing I'm telling you. The Christians in the Middle Belt, the Christians up north, they are angry. We cannot continue to talk about structure and retain these evil monsters, PDAPC, whereas at the expense of the lives of many Christians in the South. Do you know how many Christians are dying every day? Do you know how many Christians are in IDP camp? This is not a joke. We should not dismiss this thing because we want to create content for people to watch. There is an existential threat. People are living in ID camp for years. Do you know what it means to be a citizen of this country? You cannot go to your ancestral land. You are living in ID camps, living off help from government, from food and bag of rice they offload in trailers every day. They cook in, like when the rain is falling, you rush under a tampol, the makeshift tampol they make for you. And then you go and use toilet where thousands of people are using. Come on. If this thing is not paining you, then something is wrong with everybody's head. We can't. How long can we continue to live like this? Do you know that the most populous black nation in Africa, if war breaks out, our surrounding countries, Togo, Ghana, Chad, they cannot take the spillage that will come out from a war in Nigeria. So we should be very careful. And this Tinubu man is lighting. This Tinubu man is lighting is trying to detonate the very thing that will cause a war. And let me tell you, one of the if it is a regional war, it's usually easy to solve. If it is an economic war, it's difficult. If it's a regional war, it's very easy to solve. If it's an economic war, it's easy to solve. But if it's a religious war that is based on religion, let me tell you, we can fight this fight for the next 12 years, 25 years. I can tell you that the Muslims don't care how long it takes. If they don't, look at what happened in South Sudan. For how many years were they fighting this religious war? Over 20-something years. Do you want to allow Nigeria to go through that? You think the Christians in the Middle Belt will allow this plan to go? Whereas we Southerners come with our nonsense, stupid English language, stupid education we have. We say, I don't want to talk about religion. Whereas the threat is there. It's just a pity that whether we joke with it or not, this is the truth. I've lived here enough, so I know what the Christians here in the Middle Belt are facing. And if we play with it, this country will be on fire. I can tell you that the Christians here will not even mind. Well, okay, Atiku, at least he has a Christian vice and he's not known to be an extremist. But you have two renowned extremists who have come out to say, one said, I'm a tribalist to the core. And he has awakened the population of tribalists in Southwest. Very tribalistic people in the Southwest. I was in Ilori. They were telling me that Dibo for Igbo. That means I cannot vote for Igbo. The very hatred, the very ethnic hatred we are trying to find a solution to dissipate and create oneness. You have woken it up. You have awoken it up. Those who hate Igbos will vote Tinubu. Those who hate Igbos will vote Tinubu. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. A victory for Tinubu is an affirmation of the failure of a country called Nigeria. We should split and everybody should go.
So what would be the prospect of this upcoming election?
Well, they've conducted 6 polls, and these are professional polls. 6 polls. I don't know the parameters they use, but I think they use samples because for me, bring that phone. Let me tell you. For me, all the 6 polls that were conducted clearly shows that Peter Obi should win this election, and I totally agree with it. Not because of sentiments. Let me briefly run through all the states and tell you what will transpire there. If the only the only thing that is working against the Labour Party, I'm not supposed to say it, but I will say it. The only thing that is working against the Labour Party are the political leaders in the South that are so bent and tied on their selfish interests. Eh? Sure, you understand me? If like imagine Soludo, because you nurse a personal ambition, you are fighting your own brother. Imagine Wike now, because you have a personal beef with Atiku, you want to rope the whole of the South into your personal problem. If you are not with Atiku, why threaten people that if they don't vote this person, they will meet serious consequences? Who are you? Who is this? Nonsense. Who is Wike? Let me go through the 36 states of the Federation and tell you what the outcome. And I'll be very, very objective. I will not be sentimental. I will not be sentimental. Don't forget that Kwankwaso, Atiku and Tinubu, they will split the northern vote. There's so much talked about northern vote. If you rule Atiku out, you are fully. Atiku has not been making noise. The only person that is talking Bala Blue, a town hall, cassava guy, Tinubu. He cannot keep quiet. How many times did this Atiku talk? Atiku come and make one statement 1 week. But Tinubu every day, and each day he talks, he gaps. Let me 36 states of Nigeria. 36 states in Nigeria, okay? Sorry, let me quickly put it. 36 states in Nigeria. Where are they now? Okay, see, in Abia State. We were in Abia. In fact, at Peter Obi, it will clear that. Forget all this issue of Simon Ekpa, all this IPOB. The Igbos will come out fully to vote this time. In previous elections, we never had a choice between the Igbos and other tribes. So they've always been the one that vote non-Igbo. That's why they don't come out. Among the top contenders now, Yorubas are not there. They too will not come out. So all the 5 states, I expect the Peter Obi to win there. Adamawa State. Let me tell you, Adamawa State. Peter Obi, Atiku will win Adamawa State. But the person that will come second there is Peter Obi. Tinubu will not even get anything there. Tinubu will come a distant third in Adamawa State. But Peter Obi will come because let me tell you something about Adamawa State. Sorry, one of the things that we Southerners don't like is when we talk about religion.
Mr. Araka, you are facing the wrong side.
Okay.
You said you are facing right now. It's like you are facing somewhere else.
It's the laptop that is distracting me. Put the laptop there. Sorry. So sorry about that. So let me
just
the
push
laptop
it
is the one.
your
Okay,
front.
put it there. Thank you. So sorry about that. So let me now in Adamawa State. No, it's okay. In Adamawa State, do you know that in Adamawa State there are more Christians in Adamawa State than Muslims? But what the cabals do or the caliphate does is that they take grab of the center and control the politics and economy of the state, whereas the indigenes live in penury. That doesn't matter. But if the beavers works as they claim it will work, that every vote will count, the lies that they've been telling Nigerians will eventually show. So that's one. In Adamawa State, I give it to Atiku, but Peter Obi will come second. Akwa Ibom, the state of the first of Peter Obi's wife, Peter Obi will definitely win Akwa Ibom. There's no doubt about it. You can judge from the rallies they've been doing. Other contenders go there, they get very low turnout. But Peter Obi is widely accepted. Anambra State, we were in Anambra, we were in Oka, we were in Onisha. Peter Obi should win Anambra. You understand me? Bauchi State, Atiku will win Bauchi State. Peter Obi will come second. Tinubu will come third. We were there. These are things we saw. It's not as if we are making wrong state. Peter Obi will get his 25% in Bauchi State. Bayelsa, let me shock you. I wasn't exactly impressed in Bayelsa. Wasn't exactly impressed. So I am not sure about Bayelsa. Even though it's in the south, they said Peter Obi, but when we went there, Tinubu had more people who come there. But so on the basis of the fact that Tinubu will always give out money and encourage people to come. It gives you gives impression, but Peter Obi is more voluntary. So I want to believe that if Tinubu had also come and didn't give money for people to come, maybe it would give the same coloration, because I wasn't impressed with the Bayelsa rally. So I can't say precisely who will win Bayelsa, but Peter Obi will definitely make a statement in Bayelsa. So I won't give Bayelsa to anybody for now. Benue State, Haba, that one, I will close my eye and tell you that Peter Obi will win Benue State, especially now that the governor has come out openly to say he's declaring Benue State for,
yes. Is it
Peter Obi.
Governor Autumn, right? Governor Autumn.
Yeah. Borno State, Tinubu win Borno State. And the person that will come second in Borno State is Peter Obi. You see, when you see Borno State, now when you just talk Borno State, what comes to your mind immediately is a Hausa state, because you only see the political side of Borno State. You don't have the means. There's a local government that is about 95% Christians. Be local government. That's Madagali. There are so many of them, and these people will come out 100% for Peter Obi. You don't know people that are working underground. So Peter Obi will not win Borno State, but he will definitely come second. Sure, you get me? Tinubu win Borno State. Cross River State, well, we didn't go to Cross River State, so I cannot say anything about Cross River State. Cross River State, one of the states we didn't visit. Delta State, my own state. That one, Peter Obi will sweep it. Because of people are angry with the fact
it was even undermining the governor. The governor
because the governor said that it is the governor said that, even, let me tell you, the governor and Wike, see, I've been trying to be objective, and God knows in my heart of heart I'm objective here. It is the governor and Wike that has enabled Peter Obi to win Delta State, and I'll tell you why. When Wike said that Buhari had released money for all the Niger Delta oil producing state, that thing got every Delta man angry, and they were like, okay, if Wike is using us to build, if Wike is using his own to build bridges across River State, what is Delta State governor using his own money to do? Instead of using that money to build bridges or roads in Delta State, as usual, our useless, foolish, southern politicians will use money meant for them to sponsor a northern presidential aspirant, just like what Amechi did. I think that's what Okowa did. Using the money he gets to sponsor Atiku, thinking that tomorrow he will become vice president and he will recoup his money back. These are very... Delta, I can tell that Peter Obi will win Delta State. Maybe not convincingly, but Peter Obi will definitely win Delta State. Ebonyi State is a southeast distance. That's where we have this, is it Umahi or so? They will work against Peter Obi, but Peter Obi should win that place. Edo State, that one, number one obedient state. I don't even need to. I was in Edo State just wearing this cap alone, just wearing obedient cap. A woman stopped down and said, are you from Edo State? What is wrong with your car? Say, the woman remove 20,000 and say, repair it so long as you're obedient. That place is... You see, when Oshomole went to Edo to go and campaign, the crowd were booing, Obi, Obi, Obi. These are indicators to tell you that Edo State... You see, we've counted 12 states, so you'll be hearing Obi, 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 Obi. You understand me? You've heard Atiku. One Tinubu is only one state. That's Borno State. I've given to Tinubu. Then Ekiti. There are Ekiti, one of 3 Yoruba states I think Peter Obi might take. But if they rig it, Peter Obi will not win. But Peter Obi will make a statement in Ekiti State. So for now, I will give Ekiti to Tinubu if it is rigged, if they vote on basis of tribalism. So I will give Ekiti to Tinubu. Enugu State, that one is Peter Obi. Gombe State, Tinubu will win Gombe State. Even though Gombe is in Atiku's region, Abi. Gombe is in northeast. But Tinubu will win Gombe State. And still on the basis of religion. But then, Peter Obi will come second in Gombe. The reason why I keep saying Peter Obi will come second in all these places, because these are states that, in the state capital, it is the northerners that are in charge of the political affairs. But it doesn't mean that they are the most populous in those states. So Peter Obi will come second in Gombe. I can tell you for sure. You understand me? Then Imo State, that is the place that IPOB is more prevalent. Well, for so long as these people don't come and shoot gun and say no erection in Biafra land. So I should think Peter Obi should win Imo State. We are in 16, oh. So far Peter Obi is leading. Then 17, Jigawa State, Tinubu. No, Jigawa is in where? Is in Northwest. Tinubu should win Jigawa State. But we've not, okay, we're in Jigawa. We traveled to Jigawa. Tinubu will win Jigawa. Kaduna State, let me shock you. You see this Kaduna State? I won't say anything for now. Kaduna State is a state that I think is the vice president of Labour Party state. Kaduna State is a state that Peter Obi might shock everybody because the silent voice that have been pressed all along, they have their see. People are angry. People are not even the structure that you are talking about is replaced by angry voters. Those that you have been massacring. Those that you said they should bring their gun, they return their gun to them in the night. You send people to come and kill them. You want us to come and vote APC again? No way. There's a hope. There's a will and there's a hope. These are structure. These are two biggest structures that are bigger than offices and paints and flags that they hang on the street. We went to Kaduna State. I can tell you that if it is structure, Labour Party has more structure in Kaduna State than PDP. So it's a two-way run between Tinubu and Peter Obi in Kaduna. And I'm not going to give it straight to Tinubu, but Tinubu may have a slight edge. But if you bring the Atiku factor inside, I will say that while Atiku and Tinubu are sharing the northern vote, Peter Obi will steal it. That is if the so-called beavers is working well. That's Kaduna. Kano, Tinubu win Kano. Tinubu win Kano. Katsina State, Tinubu should win Katsina State. Kebbi, Tinubu should win Kebbi. Kogi is going to be a fight between Atiku, Tinubu, and Peter Obi. Three of them will share that place. So I cannot say who instantly win Kogi. Kogi still fall under those states that you see that they will capture the head because they will always rig, and Yaya Bello was factored in by power from federal. It wasn't the will of people. So if they allow the beavers to actually count vote, anything can happen in Kogi State. So I won't give Kogi to anybody for now. Kwara State, no, that one at Tinubu straight away. I was in Kwara State. That one Tinubu winning. I've been alive. Lagos, I can tell you that if Tinubu does not use his MC Oluomo and Togri and whatever, Peter Obi should win Lagos. Peter Obi should win Lagos comfortably. I can tell you that.
Mr. Waka, do you think Peter Obi will win Lagos when the governor of Lagos is there?
You are there. Allow me. I'm the one who went to these places. I went to these places and I carried out my survey. First eye report. I can tell you comfortably that even the Lagosians will be happy that they are free from the bondage that one man has caged them. How can one man, you have no industry, you have no factory, you have no international, yet you keep spending dollars in their billions every day. They ask you, where did you make your money from? That you spend so much to the point that you own a bullion van. Tinubu is the only man with a bullion van. Your money is so big, you cannot carry it in wallet. You need a billion van. Do you know what that means? We cannot begin to glorify systems that circulate thieves and murderers and rogues in our system. We need a new Nigeria. It has to happen now. Nasarawa State is going to be a fight between Atiku and Peter Obi. But I think Atiku should take it, but anything can happen. Niger State is going to be a fight between Tinubu and Peter Obi, but Tinubu should take it. Ogun State, Tinubu should take it, but the next person should be Peter Obi. Ondo State is a fight between Tinubu and Peter Obi. I won't give it to anybody yet. Osun State, I will place Peter Obi slightly ahead of Tinubu in Osun State. Slightly. Oyo State, Tinubu should take it. Plateau State, hey, that one, if you go on the street and ask anybody, you'll tell you that it's Peter Obi straight away. And when this place, Peter Obi should be winning by 80% margin. with structure or no structure. River State, where Yes on Wike is now, I don't know. With Yes on Wike not being on the part of Peter Obi, I don't know what's going to happen. But again, if the Beavers machine is acclaimed to work the way it says it's going to work, I don't think the entirety of Rivers people are going to take Yes on Wike's order to vote Tinubu. I don't think APC before now is a party that is loved in the South. Ordinarily before, APC is not a party that is loved in the South. We see them as violent, as rascals, as thugs. But let's see what Wike will do to ensure that he reverses the culture of Rivers State presidentially from PDP to APC. But I don't think that can be achieved in less than 3 days. So for now, I'll slightly give it to Peter Obi, but anything can happen. Sokoto State should go to Atiku, but Peter Obi will come second. Taraba State should slightly go to Peter Obi, but Atiku will put up a strong force there. Yobe State, Tinubu. Zamfara State, Tinubu. All those states are based on religion. So you see the fight is between Tinubu and Peter Obi, not Atiku. But from what I see now, you can see it is Peter Obi that has percentages in all the states. And trust me, the state that we've been to, every time I want to mention the state, we've been to Abia, Adamawa, Anambra, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Benue, Delta, Ebonyi, Edo, Gombe, Imo, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kogi, Kwara, Lagos, and where again? Nasarawa, Niger, yes, Oyo State, Plateau, where again? Taraba, and that's all. So we went to 21 states, and after the 21 states,
let's look at the 3 major states in Nigeria that are determinants of
Kano,
who is going to win.
Lagos, Port Harcourt.
Yes, Kano, Lagos, and Rivers State. So
now let me tell you, Kano, we have Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso will take his share from Kano. Atiku will take his share from Kano. Tinubu will take his share from Kano. Peter Obi will take his share from Kano. So if you look at it from this angle, I'm not saying Peter Obi will win Kano. For sure, he will not win Kano. But he will definitely make a statement in Kano. Don't forget that when they say Kano has 6 million voters, it's not just Hausa votes. There are Igbos there. There are Yorubas there. There are Urhobos there. There are Edo State there. So I have said it before that anyway, let me not be too tribalistic in this approach. But Kano State is one state that the votes will be so shared. The votes will be so shared that anything will happen. But for now, I will not put Peter Obi as winning Kano. That will be a miracle.
It's difficult for me to really believe your analysis because you are partisan. So I will need someone who is neutral to do the analysis.
Well, I tried my best to be neutral, but maybe you don't want to hear. You want me to say Tinubu win Plateau? I can take the camera outside now and start asking people on the street. People I didn't prepare for. I can ask my son to call anybody at random. I've done that with you. I don't know what else you want to be. I can tell you 100. I told you that I mentioned places that Tinubu will win. Is that partisan? In fact, I mentioned, if you listen to me, I mentioned more places Tinubu will win than places Tinubu will win. Did you notice that? So how am I being partisan? All the states I mentioned, if you were writing it down, so you realize that I mentioned more states Tinubu will win than the states Peter Obi will win. So I'm trying very hard to be, but just because I'm Labour Party, you say I'm partisan. Of course, if you call somebody from PDP, he will not even do half of what I
know.
do.
You did the analysis. I think is good, but I'm just saying that given that you are partisan and you are supporting Peter Obi,
yes, I'm partisan, but I try as much as possible. The worst thing I will do to myself. The worst thing I will do to myself is to lie to myself and lie to my audience and lie to the obedient movement that Peter Obi win Gombe State. whereas he doesn't win at the end of the day. Peter Obi will not win Gombe State, but he will make a loud statement in Gombe
Mr.
State.
Raka, I saw that was this lady Aisha Yusuf has
Mm.
been campaigning for Peter Obi.
Yeah.
How will her support shape this upcoming election?
Well, Aisha Yusuf on those stages are just it's just a route to reach the Muslims on in the north. And I think she has done a great deal of effort to reach these people. And I'll tell you for sure that, let me tell you, the northerners too are also tired of the APC and PDP. It's just that they are bound by religion to be Islamic. Take away Islam, Peter Obi will sweep the whole of the north. And I'm telling you very, very honestly, take away Islam. Sure, you get me? Take away Islam and Christianity. Take away Islam and Christianity. The strength of Tinubu is in Islam. The strength of Peter Obi is in Christianity. Let's be very, that's just it. They know what they are doing. Everybody is whipping up the very sentiment that has catalyzed some of the problems in Nigeria. So in 2011, Buhari whipped this same sentiment and let it be a race between Christianity and Islam. You know the outcome. And I think that's what APC is doing again. I think they thought they've killed so much Christians from the north that they can put this test again. And because they depleted the population of Christians in the north, we can try it again and see if we can win this thing. This whole thing is about turning you, Nekpe, to go and bow your head, whether you like it or not, and become a Muslim. Take it or leave it. This is what it is. I cannot be too educated not to say these things.
Let's quickly read people's comments here. I am Christian. I am supporting Asuwaju.
No, that should be a Yoruba person. Don't mind that. And when you say you're a Christian, maybe he has Muslims in his family or that. That doesn't matter. For me, I supported Shagari. Shagari is a Muslim. I supported Atiku. Atiku is a Muslim. I supported who again? Who other person came? But I can. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is the very catalyst that will split this country. Quote me today. You know me. The very reason why Nigeria will split is this. You watch now. Tinubu thinks he's playing the north. The north is actually using him.
Magnus Ikechukwu says Atiku will win Gombe.
No. Okay. I am the one who went there. I could be wrong. Yeah. I could be wrong, but from what I saw, they are more prone to Tinubu on the basis of this Muslim ticket. Most of the Muslims in Gombe will vote Tinubu. They don't see Atiku as a core Muslim fanatic. So those are my analysis, but I have done my best.
I'm trying to see what people are saying here. They say Wike is not being serious in supporting Tinubu, but if he finally resolved to support Tinubu, that is his own cup of whatever he's drinking. All we know, with or without Wike, Labour Party ship will be selling smoothly and strongly. Yeah.
No, but the truth is that the support of Wike supporting Tinubu we reduce from the support of Peter Obi in Rivers State before now. Whether we like it or not, some people who would have wanted to vote for Peter Obi will be coerced from voting Peter Obi to vote Tinubu. So the population will reduce. Well, politics is like a stock market. Anything can happen between now and evening.
So, Mr. Raka, yeah, what advice do you have for Nigerian youth for this upcoming election? You know, the election is just...
That's by far the most interesting question.
Yes, because was it not yesterday? I also gave some little advice to Nigerian youth regarding this
Yeah,
opinion?
I was faced with the same question somewhere in not in a program like this. The truth is the same. Let
Mm,
me use myself as an example. Growing up as a child, I went to a primary school, a government primary school, where our books, textbooks, were given to us free. We never paid for textbook. The only thing our parents bought for us was notebooks, and in some states, they were giving notebooks free too, pencils free. So the only thing they sold for me was my uniform. Everything was provided for me free. That was in the late 70s stroke early 80s. In my secondary school, government day secondary school, Kurumashi, we were given free uniforms every month. Free uniform until one time it became every term. But our books and exercise book were given to us free. We were not crowded in a class. Our population in a class was highest 12, 20, 25 at most. It was smooth, no crazy thing. When I in my university too, my my hotel accommodation was 90 naira. My food was 50 kobo per plate. It was so simple. So I recall when I was doing my NYC passing out when we were doing our how they call that this thing orientation camp. While we were marching, this Federal Road Safety Commission, FRSC, they were pursuing me with, because they saw that I marched well, then they forget how the barrack became, marching with a small thing. They were pursuing me with employment letter to join FRC, 1994. Imagine if I took this thing. In 1994 to now, I would be one of the top officers in Federal Road Safety Commission. Now, as a youth, these were the things, this was the Nigeria I met, and this was what Nigeria provided for me. Now, you as a youth today, what is Nigeria providing for you from the time you started primary school, where your parents will take you to more expensive secondary nursery school where you pay more, to primary schools where you pay more, to secondary schools where you are crowded, but you still struggle to get your results. You go to universities where ASUs go on strike, you pay so much, you are crowded in a hall, now you are out. There's nobody running after you with a road safety commission certificate to come and work. Sometimes you spend years at home without anything because we made poor choices of leaders. And I will tell the youth today, just I tell them when we are doing our youth, when we are doing our campaign in all these states, Gombe, I say, look, I don't care who you vote. Please feel free to vote for Tinubu, provided you are convinced he can really take Nigeria out of the predicament we have. But once you have the bias of ethnicity and religion in your mind, please know that the decision you are making is wrong. Once they provide the option of another party and you say, you are not voting for that person, the reason why you are not voting for him, because he's not Yoruba, me le dibon for Igbo, that you can't expect me, a Yoruba man, to vote for Igbo, then such people will definitely make a very, very terrible decision. Please feel free to vote for Atiku, provided you believe Atiku will solve this country. But please do not vote for Atiku because he's a Muslim, or because he's a Fulani man, or because you want to continue to fashion the supremacy of Fulanis ahead of all Nigerians. If you want to vote for Peter Obi, he himself has already said that do not vote for him because he's an Igbo man. Do not vote for him because he's a Christian. But vote for him because he stands out to become the person that can actually save this country. What if we reduce the 2023 election on the basis of primordial sentiments, retrogressive sentiments of tribalism, ethnicity, and race and region? We are going to miss it again. The question is, as a youth, are you not tired that your future is not even guaranteed? That you just finish school and you come back home, you are waiting for jobs that are not there. Your president Buhari said that there's no job for youths. This jackpot syndrome, people finish school and they travel abroad. Why? Because there's no job. So you must shape a country whereby you choose a leader that has the future of youth in your mind. Among the three leaders, which of them you believe have the future of youth at heart? Vote for that leader. If that person is Tinubu, vote for him. If that person is Atiku, vote for him. If that person is Peter Obi, vote for him. But please, religion and tribalism has killed this country for too long, and it is time we let this useless retrogression pass by. Let's begin to mold a country that raises its shoulder among its contemporaries, such as France, US, developed countries. For how long must we be described as third world countries? Singapore. I watched a professor from Singapore, and he was asked, how did Singapore move from a third world country to a first world country? Singapore is now manufacturing his cars, manufacturing their science basic needs. We have the capacity to do that as well. So what is the secret? The secret lies in the acronym MPH. That is meritocracy, prudence, and what's the H? MPH. That's honesty. Meritocracy, prudence, and meritocracy, pragmatism. So let me take it again. MPH, meritocracy, pragmatism, and honesty. If you want a country to great, you must use the ruler of merit to choose the people that you vote for. So if we must make Nigeria great, the three candidates must possess merit. Which of them possesses merit? I will not tell you that, but your conscience know which of them possesses merit. But your bias of religion and tribalism will not allow you to embrace merit. And yet we still come out to complain that you queue for bank to get money that you go and queue for fuel. What nonsense is that? Then you buy fuel that you go and queue for election line. Are we not mad? Then after merit, you have to be pragmatic. People who can do things, they say the end justify the means. Which people can deliver? That's pragmatism. We want the naira to be equal to the dollar. Which people have the system that can make this possible? Put those people to be in charge. Not because they are your brother, your sister, or it's from my village. Then honesty. Which of these three candidates are honest? Then I will add my own humanity. Which of these three candidates have human heart? When they speak, which of them do you hear merit from their mouth? When they speak, which of them do you hear pragmatism? When they speak, which of them do you hear honesty and humanity in them? So that's the advice I'll give to the youth. Please, let us die in our grave and see that our youth got it all right. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I also have my advice for Nigerian youth for this upcoming election. I have two advice to give Nigerian youth. The first one is that the election is just in the corner. Avoid wearing leaflets. Security of Nigerian youth is very, very important at these critical times. Please, if you are watching right now and you are back there in Nigeria, we are very concerned. I live in Canada. Security is not one of the problems that we are facing here. Please, election in Nigeria is always bloody, and we pray that this upcoming election, no bloodshed will happen. So if you are watching, please, leaflets. Don't wear leaflets carrying your party logo or anything that will show that you are supporting a particular party. Do not wear it this time. Don't wear any t-shirt carrying the logo of APC, PDP, Labour Party, all that. Do not wear anything like that, because it's too late to be campaigning this time. Your PVC should be your weapon. And make sure that you secure your PVC. Hide your PVC. Don't let anybody intimidate you and collect your PVC from you. And the other advice I have for you is that this period, avoid rally, avoid crowd. Do not organize any rally, or do not associate yourself any place people gathered, like more than 5 people are standing. Do not be a part of it. Avoid crowd. Avoid protesting this time, these critical times, because I saw the other day they were shooting. Once they see people hanging around, especially Nigerian youth, they become vulnerable to security operatives, especially when you are a member of the opposition party. That is why I said do not wear leaflets this period. Secure yourself, protect yourself, avoid traveling at night time. Do not travel to dangerous places at this time. Okay? Avoid crowd. Election day, if you see something that is not going very right and you see certain people, avoid it. You can protect yourself. We are begging. I'm using this medium today to appeal to Nigerian youths. We are very concerned about your safety in this upcoming election. What happened at Lekki toll gate, the Lekki massacre at that time, I remember the day Nigerian soldiers opened fire that night. We were on live broadcast like this, Mr. Raka. When the news came to us, one of the commenters left a comment for me saying that something is going on at Lekki tollgate. And we tuned in, we saw Nigerian youth being slaughtered, killed. So please, I'm pleading to Nigerian youth, please keep yourself safe, because we are not happy whenever we see these negative images from Nigeria. We are not happy. That day I was crying on live broadcast when I saw how my fellow youths were being killed because they were protesting peacefully at nighttime. I'm pleading to Nigerian youth, please, 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 please protect yourself in this upcoming election. I heard that President Buhari has made a law to close all universities because of this upcoming election. So
No,
the
it's
rest,
not closing university. No, put it straight. Didn't close university. He gave them break. It's a
uh,
break to go and
for some
solve the
days,
election.
yes, because of the election, some break. Yeah, few days break, right? From now till
Yeah.
on Monday, right? Is it
See
from?
the man that said one of your commenters that you were reading when he said I'm a Christian but I vote for Tinubu. Look at the comments. You could see his bias that Igbos came to Lagos. Igbos want to take over Lagos. You can see the bias.
Nah,
It's
that
all
one
about
is
Igbo,
bias.
Igbo, Igbo, Igbo.
That is bias.
So the hatred,
No.
and these are youths. Our politicians have left us with so much hatred for one another. We keep hating ourselves. They benefit from this hatred. If election
So
fails, Tinubu will
yeah,
go, Peter will go back to London. Tinubu will not will touch Tinubu's children. It is me and you that will fight and kill ourselves.
yeah. Thank you, my fellow Nigerian youths. Please, like what I just said, be cognizant of the situation. You know that this is a critical time in Nigeria. Please, I'm begging everybody. Thank you. So, Mr. Raka, one question. When you were speaking, there was one question that came to me about Nigerian leaders. Since Nigeria gained independence, we have been complaining about our leaders. We have never had a perfect leader in the country. So, don't you think this issue of political crisis in Nigeria is a kind of a structural issue rather than individual issue? How do you
It's a
say this? Because we keep
it's a
rotating
constitutional issue.
bad leaders according to Nigerians. This one is not good. The new one will come, will complain. The other one will come, will complain. We have never had a perfect leader in the country because of the corruption embedded in the system. So in this case, can we blame individual or the structural issue affecting this country without addressing that structural issue? We are just cracking our voices for nothing because it's like we'll continue to be rotating same leader. So what do you
It's a
think about the
constitutional,
structural issue affecting the country?
it's a
Go ahead.
constitutional issue. It is a constitutional issue because even if we're going to have a structure, it must be defined by the constitution. Constitution is already flawed, so whatever we do on top of this constitution is going to be flawed. Now, the people who are benefiting from it will never want this constitution to be changed. The North, for instance, they've ignored their uncultivated land because oil will definitely bring money from the South to them. So whether they cultivate their land or not, subvention will come. Also buoyed by the fact that they have youth who have no ambition. Youth who, if the governors come to buy shoe shining kit from them, they will happy and praise them. Allah Baka Zamani. I
So
just
do you
imagine a southern governor buying shiny kits to youths in the village. They will stone those, they will burn those things. So I think it's a constitutional problem until we all come back and say, okay, let's begin to redesign our constitution in such a way that it meets the yearning equitably and distribute these yearnings equitably to different regions of this country. We will keep circulating ourselves in this mess. I don't think we have bad leaders. We have good leaders. I could recall when Buhari, I don't think we lack the ability to have good leaders. I recall when Buhari went on one of his sick journeys, Osinbajo took over, and in 3 months, everybody began to see positive changes. The will and desire for these leaders to do what is right is not there. So, Tinubu, Atiku, they've been part of the system, even though people will also argue that Peter B was part of PDP. But the thing is that let's try something new. We can't be doing the same thing over and over again and begin to expect something differently. These people have been there. Let them.
You know what I meant about the structural issues. In Nigeria, we all have a role to play to make that country a better country. Electing a good president cannot solve the problem of Nigeria. Not until we regulate ourselves, our behavior in the country. If I'm corrupt, you are corrupt. The other, my brother is corrupt, my sister, my friends, all of us, we are corrupt. And the president happens to be someone who is better, is not corrupt. How can only him manage these, how many millions of people who are corrupt? So
Let's
the
get to that
work
bridge. You find a way
we
to
have, yes, we have the duty to make that country a better place. If you are given any position or you have any business that you are running in the country, do it. Be a little bit corruption free in your activities. It will help us. It will help the country as a whole. We should not be blaming the president alone. We should not be blaming only the politicians. So these politicians, are they not products of Nigeria? So I
right.
think that the structural issue is what we have to address in Nigeria, not individual candidates. You understand what I mean, or individual leader in the country. So, Mr.
So I think I have another meeting to attend.
You said?
I have another meeting to attend. They're already calling me.
Okay, sir. I think we are done for now, guys. Thank you all for watching today. If today is your first time of joining our program, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page as well. So tomorrow we'll be coming back again. Mr. Raka, will you join us tomorrow?
I hope so.
Let's do like voting something. I will think about it.
Let's discuss the voting tomorrow. So let me go. I really go now.
Okay, sir. All right now, Mr. Raka. Thank you all for watching, my people. So be safe. If you are watching from Nigeria right now, please be safe. Keep yourself safe, okay? So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you all and stay blessed.